What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Spring Game Showcase 2026, presented by The Mix and Kinda Funny. I'm Greg Miller, that's Justin Woodward, and this is our third year in a row getting the privilege to partner up and show off a bunch of amazing upcoming indie games.
Open up Steam, Epic Game Store, GOG, or wherever you like to buy games and get ready to hit that wish list button. That's the best way to support these incredible developers. It's also a great way to keep track of the games that you're excited for from the around 60 titles we're showing today.
60 titles? That's right, and wishlisting means so much to these developers. It assists with growing their funding, growing their audience, and so much more. So please do your part and wishlist the games you like. We'll have QR codes on your screen so you can scan them, and they'll send you over to Steam, Epic Game Store, or GOG so you can wishlist your faves.
Definitely do that. We thank you for any support you send these devs. And while we're here, we also want to thank our sponsors. Without them, this event would not be able to happen. So thank you to Xsolla, Epic Game Store, Crunchyroll, Raw Fury, ID at Xbox, Acclaim, Top Hat, U-Wave, Unison, and Fully Illustrated.
We also want to thank, of course, Twitch, IGN, GameSpot, and Steam for broadcasting this stream and helping us get as many eyes as possible on some really cool games. Today's broadcast is also supporting the Experience Studios, a charity for underrepresented developers that runs an accelerator fund, an industry mentorship program, and digital streaming showcases. Support now with the bundle over on Humble.
Grab that bundle. We're all about helping here, Greg.
We are.
That's why The Mix is launching a new platform called MyPressKit.io to help developers automate the process of launching robust press kits with the push of a button. Register, identify that you have a game on Steam. It pulls the assets, you adjust, and just push it live. If you are a dev in the need of getting your best assets out there quickly for the press, publishers, and investors, hit up MyPressKit.io.
This is also just the start of a huge day. Following this showcase, we're sitting down with 16 of the talented teams behind these upcoming indies to hang out, chat, and dive deeper with gameplay demos live right here.
That's right. Deep dive demos and interviews kick off right after the showcase. Then following that, we'll be opening the doors for the Mix X Kinda Funny live event in downtown San Francisco tonight.
Justin, you know Kinda Funny loves attending the Mix Cross Kinda Funny because, of course, there's booze, but also because there's great games. So if you're in town for GDC, we're excited to see you there. But enough about all that. You want to see some amazing games, and we have around 60 or so to show you and even more to give you. So keep your eyes peeled for key giveaways throughout the show.
Without further ado, welcome to the Spring Game Showcase 2026 presented by The Mix and Kinda Funny.
What if the fantastical becomes every day? If magic were real and folklore walks the streets? And when this reality is threatened, who can fight back? This is Castouts. We're excited to show you this co-op magic combat game set in an urban fantasy. The core loop is simple. Grab your friends, choose your hero, unlock your powers, and save the city from a threat no one can escape. The streets are your battleground, a place where raw magic collides with fluid and responsive combat. When you cast, every blast, every shield, every strike feels impactful and empowering. Exhilarating traversal delivers the ultimate mobility and freedom of movement so you can approach encounters from any direction. Every run is a unique adventure. Random mutators twist your powers mid-mission, forcing you to adapt and improvise, whilst letting you flex your hero class to suit your playstyle. Disruptors randomly spawn to keep encounters full of surprise. These level modifiers create layers of challenge to any battle arena. Each hero brings their unique abilities and playstyle, ensuring every squad combination delivers a unique recipe of magic and mayhem. But the true power comes when your team's magic combines. Co-op mechanics reward you with more power when you synergize with others. They encourage experimentation and coordination. The time and skill to pull them off are rewarded with ultimate abilities. You're still dangerous, but if you work together, you're unstoppable. Castouts is still in development. Join our Discord to share feedback, access future playtests, and help shape the game. If you want instant fun without sacrificing depth, and a power fantasy that rewards cooperation, Castouts is for you. Wishlist now on Steam and PlayStation.
You can just call me Himari. I don't really mind.
Sure thing, Himari.
That's wrong.
Yoo-hoo! Sonata-san! My. I see.
My name is Kokoro Hoshisaki, but they call me the absolute conspiracy theorist. Oh, yes. You're not one of them?
You wish us to kill each other?
Precisely.
Your ambivalence to our situation is growing quite irritating.
Babes, you need to chill out. Fighting each other's pointless, man. We're all gonna die anyway. Love me.
Oh, you are too kind.
Thanks.
Your time here will be of absolute importance to the future of not only yourself, but of your whole nation.
This experiment is going to be kinda like a game. Kill each other.
What?
Hey, there's a tower over here!
Dude, what happened to my board?
Whoa, so sparkly.
Explode this joint!
Aw, man. Check out the demo, bruh.
I bet I know what you're thinking right now. Did I disappoint my parents? It's okay, we all did. But also, what the hell is this thing? Some sort of rhythm game? A visual novel? A management sim for furries? Well, it's a tad complicated, so let me walk you through it. It'll take about a minute or so, and it's a lot to ask, I know. We're all busy scrolling shit, but you can do this. So, here goes. Ready? You manage a band, plan their gigs, pick venues, sell tickets, and then you deal with the ungrateful little shits who are supposed to be your talent. Like all artists, they need constant reassurance, adoration, and managing their self-destructive tendencies. Assuming all goes well, you do this again and again, and the little shits get somewhat better. And eventually, you get to play in the big leagues. You negotiate and sign deals, get awesome gear, record new songs, celebrate, and wake up with a massive hangover. Because success doesn't mean happiness. People are complicated that way, and your choices shape their fates and show you who you truly are. There, you made it. You deserve a reward.
The variety of different playstyles that games have to offer is what keeps me coming back time and time again. So, here's a lineup of some vibrant arcade action games, including one that you can play with your friends.
Hey kids, it's me, Kevin Smith, and I'm proud to announce, man, the release date trailer you're about to see. Man, you're gonna find out when the game is dropping and see a trailer for it. The game we've been working on for years, man, a game I cannot wait to play with y'all. Jay and Silent Bob's Chronic Blunt Punch follows right now, man. It is fantastic, and I think the audience would agree with me there.
Hey, I'm Jake Kazaw, project lead at 17-Bit, working on Oasis, a revolutionary physics-based dungeon brawler coming out later this year. Today we wanted to talk a little bit more about the world of Oasis, the characters you'll encounter, and a quick look at the gameplay loop that you'll find in this game. A dying planet has been cut off from its water supply, a mysterious floating island in the sky known as the Oasis. Our brave hero, Aro, has been sent to discover why the water has stopped flowing, in a quest to restore life to the planet's surface. Once there, he meets a memorable cast of goofball misfits like Sperling, a fearless sparrow who's easily triggered into seeing red. Then there's our soup-loving frog, Cicero, who has an answer for everything. It's just that it's the wrong one. Finally, there's Brunel with the shell, an ancient turtle who speaks entirely in rhyme. You'll be able to play as all 4 of these characters throughout our campaign and PvP modes. There's also a cuckoo crew of side characters for you to come across during your quests. Our heroes have a lot of heart, but so do our antagonists. Meet the Gremlins, a terrible pack of goblins who are spreading across the Oasis, clogging up the water supply with their makeshift barricades. These dirty little miscreants are not the brightest, except for their clever captains who can duel with the best of them. Their one fatal flaw is that none of them know how to swim. That's probably why they're so darn intent on cutting off the water supply. During the campaign of Oasis, you'll be sliding and colliding your way through a variety of zones, including the rolling hills of the Outer Gardens, the sandy depths of the caves, the empty walkways of the abandoned towns, and more. We wanted to create a variety of areas to explore, each tailored to take advantage of our revolutionary physics system, where everything has true weight and momentum, so there'll be plenty of places to utilize the environment to even the odds against the hordes of the Dark Lord. The Oasis campaign features 24 levels that can be played solo, or with up to 3 of your friends, online or locally. You choose a mission at the map table, select your difficulty, and then jump into the fray. Each time you play, our dynamic difficulty system will spawn different compositions of unlocked enemies with higher tiers, so you better upgrade your gear to survive the challenges ahead. We realized there was no way we couldn't embrace the emergent, dynamic elements of this game into a phenomenal PvP experience called Fight Party for 2 to 4 players. This mode allows players to vote on a map and mode and continue to lovingly beat upon each other in a growing cabal of game types that will keep your blood hot. One mode we're real proud of is Brawly Ball, a 2-team soccer-like that has players fighting for the favor of the Gremlins as they slam the ball into their opponents' goals and each other. We've had so many late nights in the office screaming with laughter playing Brawly Ball tournaments. We can't wait to see everyone jump in online and compete. No 2 games are the same. There's plenty more to talk about in Oasis, but we don't want to ruin the surprise just yet. It's the biggest game we've ever made here at 17-Bit, one that blends a truly new take on physical combat and emergent physics gameplay with the tight arcade-like controls that we love. We can't wait for you to try it when it launches later this year.
Deadly. With precision and elegance.
Do you love me?
Okay.
Say, man, who's that cat coming down the street?
I don't know, but it sounds to me like that different man with the phone.
Sure has himself a ball.
Where are we surfing, boys?
Go, 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 go.
Oh my god.
I got a weapon.
And my teammate just died, so that kind of sucks. Yeah, I tried to kill him at the beginning of the game, so. The ring's still tight early in the battlefield.
Oh no!
GG, that was well done.
Another tower. No one was ever meant to pass through this gate, except me. And I know I'll answer its call, because in the end, the one who remains at the summit will be me. I can't level up. That's why I've never fought on easy terms. Why do I climb again? Because every time we do, we become stronger.
Transforming! Super pilot.
Ready?
3, 2, 1, go!
Arcade action games feed my soul, but I also love games that feed my brain. I love studying my enemies and plotting my next move that'll lead to their inevitable downfall, or building up a character to be more overpowered than the devs could ever imagine. But mostly, I love solving puzzles, which is why in the streets, they have a name for me, Puzzle Poppy. Here are some games to feed the number crunchers, the puzzle solvers, and the strategists out there.
Hi, I'm Nacho Requena.
And I'm Jaime San Simon.
We are part of the Spanish team behind Prelude Arcane, a dark fantasy tactic RPG.
Today, we'd like to show you a glimpse into one of our more exciting levels.
Our group of heroes is revolting against the tyrannical order of the Ancient Crusade, and their next target is a moving train with a dangerous cargo.
This encounter showcases a dynamic battleground that changes as we fight towards the front. Let's focus for now on Soren, leader of the revolution.
Soren can be an assassin that hides in the shadows or a brawler that fights head-on, depending on your playstyle.
Every single character that joins your team has two different builds. Experiment with their abilities and synergies.
If you want to finish the fight quicker, some characters like Tithon are perfect for interacting with the environment.
Of course, you can take down enemies by pushing them out of the train, but be careful, they can do the same to you.
Your group will be overrun by reinforcements, unless you detach the wagons.
If you leave one of the characters behind, it will be lost until the end of the battle. Sometimes, you'll just have to make that sacrifice.
A boss awaits the party at the end of the train. Prepare for the final test.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope this taste of Prelude Dark Pain has piqued your interest.
You can wishlist the game on Steam now, and follow along as we build Soren's story and hammer down the Dark Pain.
Wow, Dome Keeper looks awesome. I'm going to make sure to wishlist it now. And if you have any games that pique your interest, make sure to go to that game's store page and wishlist it. It helps you keep up with the games that you care about, and it helps those teams working on these games. Let's keep the energy up with some really cool games coming to Xbox.
In the day, blasting CDs, bright eyes, ripped jeans, big dreams, nothing can get in our way. Childlike wonder makes you wonder why so many people blunder, and let things slip away. And at this time, responsibility meant waking up on time before the sun had crossed the sky and giving lit to all your friends to make amends for sleeping in again. Oh, those were the days.
Man, I hope you guys are enjoying the show so far. Now it's time to talk about some games with a bit more of a spooky vibe. So spooky, in fact, that Greg and the Kinda Funny crew abandoned me for this segment. In fact, I heard Andy Cortez ran home crying because he watched a couple of the trailers that we're about to show. This next round of games are for the players brave enough to face ferocious beasts and mow down gruesome monsters. Let's go.
Freeze! Don't move!
Wait, please! Don't shoot! I don't know what's going on here.
What's your name?
I'm Elixia. I can't remember much of anything. Why don't I remember any of this?
Even if you escape, the whole world will hunt for you.
The power within you is extraordinary. I know you must have a lot of questions. Right now, this place is swarming with creatures. We need to get out of here together. But we'll have to rely on your powers.
What was that thing?
Your skills are magnificent. Rose should be proud of you. Prove to me you're a true masterpiece.
PlayStation.
JC, it's Blade.
Man, you're the master of disaster, Blade.
Damn it. What the hell is happening now?
We need to find him so we can shut him down. If he releases these super mutants into the city, Freeport won't stand a chance.
Hello, Blade. Welcome to my little kitchen of horrors.
Come on down today, your Jurassic journey.
Hi, I'm John, creative director and lead level designer at WDR Studios. Terrible Lizards is a first-person horror platformer set in the early 90s. You play as Jordan, a college student on a road trip whose car breaks down beside our fading Route 66 dinosaur roadside attraction. What starts as a curiosity quickly turns into something much worse. As Jordan steps inside, the mystery deepens and survival becomes the only goal. The game is built around movement. Running, climbing, wall running, bouncing, and much more when you're navigating high-pressure encounters where your only options are to run and survive. From the kitschy roadside attraction above to the massive excavation and mining operations buried far below, the world keeps expanding in scale and danger. Every space is designed to test your skill and composure under pressure. Terrible Lizards is about tension, atmosphere, and mastering traversal when something is always a step behind you.
Okay, Justin was misinformed in that last segment. I didn't run home. I just ran across the street to grab a Mountain Dew. Hi, everyone. I'm Andy Cortez, and I want to talk to you about two of my favorite words in the dictionary, dash and parry. They're the secret ingredients that take any game to the next level. The next round of games is filled with titles that likely have a dash, parry, and if we're lucky, even a dodge roll. Take a look at some of these 2D platformers, Souls-likes, and Metroidvanias.
What you see now is Altered Alma, a cyberpunk Metroidvania that's all about heartfelt adventure, hypnotizing action, and impeccable vibes. And all of that on the dystopian streets of Neo Barcelona. You play as Jack, once a legendary enforcer. Now, Jack is tearing down the forces she once served. Meet the Quantum Blade. Not just a dagger, it's your fast track through the city. Chain fluid combos, parry nasty attacks, execute with style, and move like you own the skyline. Teleport tech is on the menu. Use it right, and the city turns into your playground. Use it wrong, and the streets will claim you for good. Armed to the teeth, yet the greatest strength here is your gang. Lead and grow the team as you explore the city. While out of battle, restore the Esperanza, the weary spaceship and a safe haven of yours. Reconnect with Jack's former companions and build new relationships. Neo Barcelona doesn't play fair. You're up against fierce armies of cyborgs and bosses that look at your health bar like it's a joke. The city's split by rivaling factions. It's time to face those with the power one by one. If you played the previous demo, you may notice the spaceport is back, packed with dangerous zones and fresh challenges. Play the demo now and see Altered Alma for yourself. Then prove your worth. 2 deadly mini-bosses are waiting to check if you actually learned anything. Got you a sneak peek of what the romance system will look like? We're getting closer to bringing this world to life. Stay tuned, because Neo Barcelona is calling you.
Either love each other, or we must die.
By order of Mordaxius, the true master of the Acolytes, your life must remain vanquished. Don't resist. It'll be quicker that way.
All these empty houses with nothing but sorrow and shadows in them. I see you're confused. Ignore the clouds in your mind. The villagers need your help, and the Vitrometus is no place for weaklings. It will be a difficult task, but together you will rebuild this town. Find a safe place and hone your skills to prepare for the challenges ahead. And there will be many. For the eternal prison knows no bounds. There's no way out of this prison, Wanderer. Or from the unceasing grip of death.
Wanderer, give a hand to old Tanisha, would you? For now, let's find a safer place, away from these damp walls. We can discuss those trivialities once we're able to breathe fresh air.
Oh, hey there, I'm Amelia Tyler. You might recognize me as the voice of the narrator in Baldur's Gate 3, Hecate in Hades 2, and Eleanor Nightingale in Warframe. Now, what might I be doing next, I wonder? Well, I'm here today to announce that I will be joining the cast of Emberville. I don't know how much you know about this game yet, but if it's not already on your radar, fix that, because you are in for a treat with this game. I've seen under the hood a little bit. What they are doing is just phenomenal on every level. The artwork is gorgeous. The soundtrack just does things to me. I cannot wait for you to experience it and for you to meet my character. So come along and join us on this journey, and I will see you very soon. Bye.
Astelnef, Rude Ish Izeg, Elud Alron Kinem, Otsus Kulet. Kulet Hermund Astel. Elud Asra Zedil.
We've reached the last segment of the Spring Games Showcase 2026 presented by The Mix and Kinda Funny, but this is just where the fun begins. Wishlist the amazing games you're seeing by using the QR code on the screen and share some of your favorite games on social media, with friends, or even that coworker you like to bond with over games. We've seen so many amazing and varied titles, but we still have more to show. We have a dog doing parkour, a world where gods feed off of fame, and more ideas that you can only expect from the creativity of indie developers. So here's our last group of 3D platformers and action-adventure titles, starting with a game about a girl and her chainsaw.
Oh, so you want to be a star? And what are you willing to give up for absolute stardom? Let go.
Rated PG. Pretty gnarly.
Somebody say boy. Hey, Lee, where'd that little robot boy go?
He got the big bag.
What? He signed with a fucking god.
What did you say? Are you ready to sign?
The rumor is that they're trying to kill an ambassador, right?
Those rumors scare me.
Not to worry, Miss Faye. That is why we are here.
Please, ask me whatever you want.
Let's see.
I'm so sorry to trouble you with my silly little problems.
Not at all. But I think we'd better move on to another question.
Whoa, you got an opinion about everybody. Haven't you seen a Baroness before?
If someone has manipulated the scene, we must act quickly.
Come on, darling. Don't see ghosts everywhere.
This is Moses Wildflower, And I'm Plato Palladius in the Clawville Police Department.
The stars of Clawville in the flesh.
Ladies and gentlemen, all aboard!
And that's our 2026 Spring Showcase. Shout out to all the devs who've partnered with us on today's show to show off their exciting games. Remember to wishlist the games that are speaking to you.
Do it. That's right. It is a free way to show your support. And speaking of support, Greg Way, thank you to all of our sponsors for supporting this show. Also, a very big thank you to our streaming partners, everyone who worked on this showcase, and thank you to all the developers who are making these incredible games.
Thank you so much. This showcase kicks off a very fun day for the Mixin' Kinda Funny. Right after this, we're kicking off an all-day-long stream with the developers for some of these games. They'll be showing off the demos and deep dives in their games with us. And don't forget, tonight is the Mixin' Kinda Funny's party in San Francisco featuring dozens of games.
Remember to wish list the games you saw today. Stay tuned for the live stream. Like, subscribe, follow all the socials you're going to see on your screen to keep up with Kinda Funny and The Mix.
Word. Until next year, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you next time. Deuces.
Deuces.